YouTubers are known to flex their stupidly expensive purchases for the whole world to see. But it's just what they want you to know about. Because behind the scenes, some YouTubers are balling out on the weirdest things imaginable. And today, I'm on a mission to expose it all. Starting with Logan Paul. Because this dude dropped 6 figures on a damn stick? I know that sounds weird, but Logan was hyping this thing up.
Just be careful, you feel the greatness? Oh my gosh.
Talking about how it belonged to hockey legend Wayne Gretzky, was used in his last championship game where he won his 4th Stanley Cup. In other words, Logan bought a piece of sports history, but the price he was willing to pay for it was straight up stupid.
$336,000.
I bought it.
336 grand? For that? Ridiculous! And so was what happened to PewDiePie, because his $5 purchase not only ruined his image, it got him canceled, cost him millions of dollars, and sparked the YouTube adpocalypse all at the same time. See, in 2017, Felix discovered something that would change his life forever.
There's a website called Fiverr where you basically can ask anyone for anything for $5.
So he ordered a subscribe message from Jesus, paid to have his picture photoshopped, and he even got someone to sing to him in Hebrew.
So first of all, Hallel, Hallel, wonderful word.
Now obviously that's pretty weird, but what he did next was controversial, because that's when he paid 2 dancing dudes in the jungle to hold up one of the most offensive messages he could think of. And to his surprise, they actually did it.
I like the editing.
Subscribe to Keemstar.
And immediately after uploading the video onto YouTube, Disney dropped PewDiePie from their network, and YouTube even canceled his original series. But Felix wasn't the only one in trouble, because one by one, major companies like Walmart and PepsiCo all pulled their ads from YouTube, fearing their brands would show up next to something controversial. So in a desperate attempt to win back advertisers, YouTube dropped the hammer and started demonetizing anything that wasn't family-friendly.
With us, our YouTube money was cut by more than 60%.
Yeah, so overnight, millions of creators lost more than half their income without even a warning. And all of this because of a $5 bad joke. But I mean, the man kinda got what he asked for, I guess. Now Cenat, on the other hand, he bought something so weird, he got his ass canceled in the dumbest way possible. This is the Unitree G1 humanoid, or as Kai calls it, Abdul.
Come on, Abdul!
And from the moment he booted this thing up on stream, they knew it was built different.
Oh my god!
Because not only is it completely powered by AI, but this thing can literally box, dance, take care of business. Hell, it even knows Kung Fu. But Kai's first moments with Abdul were a little freaky.
Hold on.
But eventually, the two became boys. From hooking Abdul up with some fresh clothes, tripping him out,
Alright, my boy, turn around. Alright, my boy, turn around. Show these. Okay!
and even taking him out to eat.
Abdul! Yes, Sirski.
I mean, at this point, Bro was basically a new member of AMP. But that's when things went south. Because halfway into the stream, they ended up having a little too much fun with Abdul.
Robot. Look your mom, man, boy.
Jesus Christ! Abdul caught all the smoke, and the internet was pissed, calling what they did to Abdul pathetic, that it's gross behavior, and it's literally bullying. So after getting called out and getting a ton of backlash, Kai decided to make things right by doing something special for Abdul.
Turn around. Yeah! You got that his own whip! We got you your own whip! Show that one again! You know what I mean? That's all you, my boy. Here.
Yeah, and I don't know what's weirder, buying a 70 grand robot or buying a 70 grand robot a car. That's crazy. But look, Kai's not the only YouTuber with a controversial purchase, because Jack Doherty paid for something that got him sued.
Damn, this motherfucker's big as hell.
Yeah, but first, let's back up a little. You see, Jack has a long history of harassing people and then hiding behind his bodyguards the second he gets pressed.
What? Little bro, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro?
No, you're the clown. You didn't have to say anything. That came in. I don't want to be filmed.
Yeah, This dude's a menace to society. But what if I told you the very same people he hired to protect him are the reason he ended up in court? Meet Justin Gostley, aka King Kong, who, as you can see from his Instagram, is not a dude you want to mess with. But someone had to learn that the hard way. Because during a Halloween party in 2024, some partygoer got all up in Kane's face, only for this to happen. Holy crap! This man Kane served up a knuckle sandwich! But this time, the victim didn't hold back, taking them both to court and suing Jack and his security for assault and battery. These guys were out of their damn minds! But this next YouTuber was out of pocket, because Jack Sucks at Life has a weird addiction that's costing him thousands of dollars. See, over the years, Jack's collected more YouTube play buttons than anyone else on the planet, snatching up awards from forgotten creators, retired channels, and even racking up a dozen of his own. But out of his entire collection, none are as rare as his most prized possession: PewDiePie's 100 million subscriber diamond play button. You see, back in 2021, before Felix's big move to Japan, he wanted to get rid of it. No contest, no catch, just the ultimate wedding gift for his biggest fan, Lizard Lava. But instead of holding on to the award, Lizard got an offer he couldn't refuse.
There's a YouTuber that goes by the name of Jack Sucks at Life, and he reached out to me and said, hey, could I borrow the play button for a video? I'll pay for shipping. And I thought, that is a really good idea. I don't have to pay for anything. I could get some attention out of it as well, so I decided to send it off.
So he let Jack borrow the play button for a video, figuring that would be the end of it. But this isn't where the story ends, because a couple days later, before he even had a chance to send it back, Lizard reached out to Jack himself this time.
After sending it, I pretty much reached out to him and I said, hey, do you want to buy it from me? Jack agreed, and I sold it to him.
Yeah. And while the exact amount Jack paid was never made public, it's estimated he dropped around 25 grand, which surprisingly is a pretty good deal. Cause fast forward a couple months later, and Jack was already turning down $100,000 offers. That's 4 times what he paid. Damn, this guy's really letting his addiction win. But Airrack's weird purchase literally changed his life. And it all traces back to Logan Paul. You see, at the peak of his daily vlog era, Logan dropped $90,000 on 2 Mercedes-Benz couches. Not cars, not watches, goddamn couches!
This is one of my biggest regrets in my life. $90,000 for both of these, and I'm not saying that to boast. I'm saying that so you understand how dumb of an idea that was.
So dumb, in fact, Logan couldn't even get rid of them. And he was practically begging for someone to take them off his hands.
To buy these fucking couches from me, please. They're $90,000 total, because they're Mercedes-Benz couches.
And that's when Airrack stepped in. Because while most people saw some ugly overpriced couches, Airrack saw this as an opportunity, a shot to meet Logan, make a video, and maybe, just maybe, use this absolutely ridiculous purchase to take his YouTube career to the next level. So he got to work.
This was the biggest risk I ever took on a video. So I had $17,500 in cash packed in a backpack. And it's either gonna pay off or be a really big disaster.
And fortunately for him, it ended up paying off big time. Because not only did he get to meet and collab with Logan, but he turned those couches into content, building an entire series around them, landing a brand deal, and making them the centerpiece of his success story. Like, bro legit skydived with them, couch surfed, and because this is YouTube, he even decided to... Oh! Holy crap! So even though he technically watched 17 grand go up in smoke, Airrack's currently sitting at almost 20 million subscribers. But at least Airrack only made one weird purchase. He's not like MrBeast. I mean, this dude has a reputation for buying weird stuff, and it all started in 2016, at the beginning of his YouTube career.
Yes! Yes. Dude, I've wanted this for so long. This looks like an anime girl. Ooh. I'm gonna let you do this so I'm not the weirdo. Give it to me. I want it. I want it! So everyone, please welcome the newest member to our family, Papa Asian Sticker.
Yeah. And over the next few years, Jimmy's sticker addiction only got worse. Because this dude actually paid someone to slap a weird giant sticker of himself in the office gym for everyone to see.
That's what I told my trainer I want to look like in 18 months. To be honest, it's not very motivating because it just looks kind of creepy. I don't know, the head, like, my eyes aren't even open in that photo. It's just like...
It's a little creepy.
It is very creepy.
But as weird as that is, it's still not the weirdest thing he owns. Because Jimmy literally bought an entire neighborhood and everyone in it just because he can. I mean, damn, it's just weird and creepy. But, Jake Paul dropped hundreds of thousands of dollars on the ugliest jewelry collection I've ever seen. Like, this dude spent 6 figures just to troll Mike Tyson.
I'm not getting my
bit off on Friday night, so I got my diamond spiked ear covers right there.
$100K on his Sleepy McGregor chain. $700,000 on whatever the hell this thing is. That's a lot of money to drop on some damn jewelry. But that's not even close to Jake's most expensive item in his collection. Because in November of 2024, he became the proud owner of the Jacob & Co. Billionaire Ahsoka watch, which is worth $18 million. Jesus! That's just weird, Jake. It's just weird. But it's still not as weird as what Danny Duncan spent his money on. Cause this dude dropped 45 racks on a one-of-a-kind, rainbow unicorn-colored Mazda Miata, or as Danny calls it,
the gayest possible drift car of all time. Oh man. Unreal, dude. It's gay. It's gayer than I could imagine, dude. It even says gay right here. Look, and it's a spinner, dude. This is brakes?
That's a handbrake.
How do people drive this car and like take themselves serious though? That's crazy.
damn, this man Danny's living the good life. But sometimes, falling out can go horribly wrong. Because the Ace family's weird purchase cost them millions of dollars, their reputation, and even their marriage. See, back in 2019, Austin and Catherine McBroom were at the peak of their career. I mean, they were dropping millions, buying Lambos, Rolls Royces, flying private jets. But their biggest flex was when they copped 2 mega mansions right next door to each other and combined them into one, all with a single goal in mind: to build a house so massive, it put every other YouTuber to shame. Yeah, the Ace family had their sights set high, but even with all that money, this project was so big, they had to take out a construction loan for $10.1 million, thinking the build would be a breeze. But ultimately, it was a nightmare, because it turns out that house they were building was barely even livable. Like, not only did they dump millions at the shady contractors who allegedly wrecked the whole project, but there were also missing permits, unsafe structures, and issues everywhere you looked. So by 2021, the McBrooms were buried in $8.7 million worth of debt and were officially hit with a default notice. And not long after, the house got foreclosed, landing at auction with a ridiculous starting bid of $9 million. I mean, who the hell would throw that kind of money at a train wreck like that? So after no one bought the house, the bank was left with no choice but to keep it, forcing the Ace family to find another home and costing them $10 million in the process. And just when he thought it couldn't get worse, it did. Because an L that big took a toll on their marriage, to the point where eventually it completely fell apart. That is nuts. But look, we gotta talk about Whistling Diesel for a second, because Cody cops any whip that he wants. He's got a turbo-powered truck, a G-Wagon, and even a brand new Ferrari F8.
Guys, we f***ed up.
But there's only one ride that takes the cake: his 1960s British Chieftain battle tank. And this thing is no joke. It weighs 85 tons, runs on a 12-cylinder Rolls-Royce diesel engine, and fires shells the size of goddamn traffic cones.
No!
Jesus Christ! This man Cody's ready for World War III! And copping this tank wasn't easy, because back in 2022, Cody had to fly all the way to the UK to buy it from a private collector, spending $3.5 million on it in the process. Damn! This man better be thankful for all that money, because some YouTubers blow a bag and get nothing, like David Dobrik. I mean, this guy has an obsession that's so weird, it got his ass scammed and busted a criminal investigation wide open. See, over the years, David has spent thousands of dollars on Iron Man memorabilia, $12,000 on an exosuit, a $9,000 life-size statue, and on his wrist, an actual working replica of an Iron Man glove. I mean, the Tony Stark obsession runs deep. But the craziest part? David once paid 10 grand on another Iron Man statue that got delivered to the wrong address.
About a year and a half ago, I ordered an Iron Man statue from China, and it got like held up, and like it's finally here in the States. I paid $10,000 for it, but it's shipped to the wrong address.
Right.
And the people that got it, they also ordered an Iron Man statue, I think a little after us, but they never paid for it, but we've paid for it in full. We paid the full 10 grand.
Right.
And the people that sent it to us, they're like, we made a mistake and we sent it to the wrong house.
Right.
So these people currently have our Iron Man statue.
Yes.
And they are refusing to give it to us.
Yeah, his statue was being held hostage. So David came up with a special plan to get it back. He assembled his own Avengers. But what they uncovered, no one could have predicted.
But it's been about a day. Jason and Taylor, it was just you two. You guys went on a hunt to find the Iron Man suit, to get it from the person that has, quote unquote, stolen it from me.
So we get back in the car and we start to leave, and Taylor cracks the case wide open with some crazy, crazy work on Safari.
What happened?
But I started Google searching, Safariing, all of it.
Jess had snapped a picture of him that we didn't know. And then Taylor goes online and matches the guy's face. Turns out the guy is a convicted pedophile. Not only that, Taylor digs deeper and finds out that this guy is known for taking memorabilia and not paying for it. Like, that's his thing. So you're being scammed, my dog.
Damn, David, you missed a big time with that one. But you don't want to mess up and not watch this video right here. These are the craziest YouTuber world records of all time. And trust me, man, it's a banger.